Hey, the date is 3/9. Today's Sunday. Current time is 9:27. We're going to go over the new week opening gap initial range. So that's between 6 and 7, that first hour. And we have the new week opening gap right here. And let's mark out our levels. Okay, it opened and dropped. So the top is way up here. Let me just. I'm gonna mark it out because I was getting ready to skip marking this out because the new week opening gap with the line, but I am gonna put this in the flashcard group. So right there we see that right exactly there. So let me mark this here. This is a beautiful um, high, initial range high, and so I'm marking out to see what would have happened would we have made a successful trade or not. And, this is the lowest point between 6 to 7. Okay, new week opening gap, initial range low. Alright. Alright, and I'm going to grab a vertical line here. Alright, so okay, we have 7 o'clock is right here. Alright, so we have 7 o'clock here. We have price drop down and sweep. The low is low between 6 and 7 right away. Drops down and runs back up and creates a low, high, lower low, and then the first close above that is right here. The body's here. So this is the body right here. And so I'm going to come over to the next candle over, not the candle that closed. Although the candle that closed and created the market structure shift, that's right here. This one did activate. Once this closed, you then jump over to the 15-second chart. But right now I'm just going to drop that there. And what we're looking for is price to come down into a fair value gap on the s15. But right now I'm going to drop it on this one. And then I can go back and examine that 15-second, after that last 15-second prior to this candle there, I'll be able to examine its movements to then get an entry. I could come here and just mark down, over here and try to draw out estimates, but we're gonna just do this fully. Okay, so next, let's drop down, but let me get a picture of this right now. I would like to just get the just mark this up a little more. So this is the body here. Boom. And hold shift. I'm just gonna pull this out to about there. Oops. Click to drop it. I'm gonna mark this out as the N1 market structure shift. Okay, so this is when price closed above this close up here, this green candle, the top of the body, and that close happened, this validated the search. This is the market structure shift. And now I'm going to go over to the 15-second chart. This chart here. This is a beautiful play because it gave no movement up into the new week opening gap. Oops. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna go over to that purple line. There it is. Oh, right, I wanted to get a picture of the M1. Okay, let me get a picture of this real quick. Screenshot. This is the M1 here. Oh, I'm not recording the time down there. Oops. How did I manage to not get that inside? Let me get it. Alright. So I stored this away. That was before it got ugly. I mean, I could see here. Alright, let's just get over to the 15 second and then do the markup. Okay, here was 15 second. Okay. Alright, so now this was the last candle that made that minute. So opening and closed here. So from this point on, we're looking for a price to drop down into a fair value gap. And that's this here. Okay, so right here actually validates it right here. Once it comes into, that's this candle right here. It hits it. So immediately after that, we're waiting for a down close candle to be closed above. And that happens, that's this here. Now I can choose for it to be thicker, bigger candles. You know, instead of doji-ish type candles, little petty things. But a lot of times the price be moving real fast, depending on the time of the day of the week, and things like that. But I'm just gonna follow the rules, just how how it is right now. So fair value got tapped. Once that happens, we're looking for a down close candle that's like this one here to be closed above. It doesn't do it here. Now this is a new down close candle. This one here doesn't do it, and then this one does do it. The next one right here does close above this down close. That right there initiates a sell, a buy signal, right? Trying to get on it, but over here, so I'm not right there. I'm gonna stop right there. And the stop loss is, I would have automatically had 20 down, and I also would have wanted to have below a valid swing. That entry would have been here. So the nearest valid swing is over down here. So it looks like I would have had a much bigger stop loss. And then on the 1 minute chart, I probably would have saw something more significant to put it under, or just in this one here. It may have end up being the same, the same one. This is the nearest. This is the nearest, like, real order block I can see. So, yeah. So this is where I would have put it down beneath here, and then that's all right. So again, I do this. Although I extended the stop loss to 27, I would have still allowed 2 to 1 to be for a Sunday trade. For a Sunday trade, I would have rather do a 2 to 1. So this would be right on there. There. So as a being a 2 to 1, or just have it come up to the 2 to 1 would be 40. Even though I extended, I would just still say 20, 40. So it would be 40. So that would be Whatever, right there. And just slide it across. Let's see. There you get it. You got it. Now, on this particular chart, it doesn't have the new week opening gap on it. But I couldn't. Yeah, I just got the macro tracker and I got the this one here. I was thinking I can actually put the indicator on there and just leave like 1 day. To at least show the current day. I didn't think of that. So new week opening, new day gap. Okay, yeah. So you can't have, because this is the 15-second chart, so it can't have that many days. So let's see if we choose 2 days. I mean 2 new week opening gaps. I doubt it will do that as well. I wonder if it would even do one. But 2. Let's see if 2 and 2 will work. 2 and quadrants on that. Let's see. Show the horizon. Okay, let me just try it real quick. And there we have it. Okay, so we have it up there. Not enough candles to show 2 weeks of new week opening gaps. Yeah, let me go back and just take off the high gap one right there. Okay. So now at least when I come and do the new day opening gap of that particular day may be listed. So right here is the actual new week opening gap in entry range high. So I can see that because that's so high up there, I could have actually chose to come a little higher to try to get the 60, so now let me just mark out how long did it take, because that's the other thing I was supposed to be noting, how long it took to get to our target. So we entered here, that candle right there. Right, gosh, it came there. Okay, so we went there, and it got to take profit. This one right here. So this took 1 hour and 44 minutes to take profit. 9 o'clock is when it's the cutoff time for hunting for it. Once in profit, that would have been made, could be brought to break even. Or, once it was approaching 9 o'clock. Yeah, 9 o'clock, it could have just been brought to break even and then let it ride, and then it would have hit TP by the time, would have hit TP for 1 to 2. And then I like to sometimes come and drop down see if it would have made it to to the 3 to 1, which is the main thing. The main strategy is the 3 to 1. To grab another one for the ultimate TPs. And 60 there. So we would have made it. So this would have been a successful trade. And of course, for a second. Okay, so what are the things that I should have had marked up? Um, all right. So what other things should I have had marked up while this is happening? Um, that would be this here. Okay. So this is the low. Once the range gets created, or you can even anticipate the range, once it gets created, okay. All right, so yeah, once the range gets created, or you anticipate that it's going to be created, so like right, it's almost 7 o'clock. The low is already marked out. The high is already marked out. You just know it's going to make it. Or let's say the low you didn't draw it out yet. You can tell by how much time it's taking to get there to just drop it. You can extend it if price was to come down further. But so this is what happened. And I'm just going to pull this down a bit just to take a look at something. Alright, so I see that the 0.5 is really far away. I'm physically, you can't see this in the video, it's a screen, I'm physically putting my fingers on the TV screen and then pulling it down. And wow, it's actually pretty close. Wow. That's pretty close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just drop another one in the opposite direction. This is the fib that has the grading on it. So this is the range here. So from here, this is the new week open low here. And then the high is right here. So that range, I'm grading it from there to there. So this is 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarters, 4 quarter. And then it has the projecting deviations from that range. So this is a 0.5, which is a common place for price to turn around on. So let's come and take a look. I got it out already. Let's just drop it here. Here. And we can see it came very close to 0.5. Now, what's sitting here? This has a 1. See this 1 right here, 1, and then 75. And that means that this is a PD array. Which one? I don't know. It's thick, so it's a strong one. So I right off the bat, because I see a 1 here and then a 0.75, then I know that starting from here down is a PD array broken up into quarters. This is the first quarter. It struck the top of that and it's in the vicinity of the 0.5, and then it goes up and does M1 market structure shift. That to me is a strong signal of at least getting my 2-to-1 at least. It's thick, so it is a higher time frame one. So I could have easily expected this high to be taken out and to have this possibly this here even just struck, But what I'd like to do is I like to at least anticipate 50% too. So this 40 is within the 50% of this range at least. The final, like even if price, a lot of times I've seen this too, and over time you get to know this stuff. Over time you get to know this stuff where you just get used to it and know that if price is going to come down and take me out, sometimes it'll come up into the final quarter, and that final quarter does encompass the 60, the 1 to 3. So this could have been easily because of this here, because of this came real close to it, and it struck this, and it gave confirmation of reaction. then I would have probably went for the 60. I would have went for the 60 because of this PDA right here. And it's a thick one. I make you see this is thin. These are like the smaller time frames. The larger time frames, I put thicker ones on. Mostly because I need them to stand out from the other ones because I'm going farther back on the higher time frame, to get the PDA rates, So that's it. That concludes this. So we see the price came down. It did take some time, unusual higher amount of time to take profit. An hour and 44 minutes. And to get to 60, it would have been more time. I'm not gonna mark it out, but it's just this is still the 15-second chart. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through that, but it's 9 to yeah 9:04, 30 seconds or whatever. That's how much time it took to get to the 60. I do see that. I just want to make sure that I'm checking out how many times it came back to the to break even. So it went heavy in profit, came to break even, blew down through it, got above it again, came back to it. Yeah, so where I entered at is actually dead smack. Yeah, my entry is on this thinner here, 0. So it's actually trying to push its way back up into a PD array. So we have a 0, 25, 50, 75. So it actually broke through a lower time frame PD array, struck a higher time frame PD array, and then now it's pressing its way back up through it. So bouncing in between the first quarter, this does happen. Bouncing around the first quarter, and then it finally gets the strength to break through, jump up to the third quarter, bouncing around, and then leaves that quarter. So we can see how it bounced around in the first quarter, then pushed its way up through the second quarter, and then bounced between the third and the second quarter, then bounced up there and dug around up there. And now it's bouncing back and forth there in between this one. See this? So grading these ranges, you can just see how prices is bouncing in between these, how important they are, how they actually work, how they're actually showing support and resistance, within the true support and resistance that Michael teaches, which is like fair value gaps. This is more than likely a higher than S15S time frame PD right here. More than likely a fair value gap, or wick, which acts like that as well. So, all right, that's it. Yeah, so that's it for this little lesson here. Later.